On this episode of Beer, Blues, and BS, we are joined by a returning Farva who's got some breaking news. We're looking forward to hearing it, and we're looking forward to sharing it with you. Besides that, Rudeboy Kyle is also here with us. We're going to talk a little bit about hockey, a little bit about video games, a little bit about this, a little bit about that. It's a good show, good drinks, good friends, and hey, it's a good place. Welcome to the show.
It's Howard Blues and Bismarck Kidder. Pour a cold beverage, pull up a seat, enjoy time with friends.
Triple B! Well, the Triple B sucks. Okay? Come on.
Whatever, man. This is Beer, Blues, and BS. Online at beerbluesbs.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Beer, Blues, and BS, the podcast that's driving crazy, real lazy, eye strolling, funky strolling, Paul playing, hip swaying, trouble making, booty shaking, tripping, passing, jumping, bouncing, driving, styling, creeping, pouncing, shouting, screaming, double dealing, rock and rolling, under reeling with that natural sex appealing. Can you dig that groovy feeling? I'm your host, the living embodiment of Charlie Brown, Howard Blues, here as always with my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, the Mark Kidder. Kidder, how you doing tonight?
Howard Blues! He's out of air. He's out of time. We got the rhyme for the time, baby. All right. So, I kind of want to say the thing, but that's your thing. So I'm going to ask it and toss it your direction. Homie G, how you doing?
Well, okay, it has been a week, and I can't.
There it is.
Because it's work stuff, and we already had like 2 pre-show rants that will never see the light of day. So,
lots of F-bombs.
Yeah, there was a lot. Future Howard, is just going to cut that whole section. So, sorry, audience. No, that one's never making the light of day.
It'd basically be like, except there's a giant bleep over it. That's good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's exactly what that would be. But it's been a week. Glad to be here. Glad to get this show going. And Kidder, we got some guests this evening. So
yeah, we've been waiting for especially one of these two. Didn't know that the second of the two was going to be able to get off the farm. I know it's busy with harvest season and all, but the one that we've been waiting for, big supporter of the show, and we're big supporter of him and what he's been going through for months now, and we've been giving updates. That would be the mustache from down under, Mr. Farva himself. I see he shaved the mustache for this.
Yes.
And every time you're on this show, you have a different style of facial hair. So when are we going to lock it down?
Oh, thanks, Kidder. Welcome. I'm glad to be back. Thank you, Howard. Well, I told you a few months ago I started a new job, and had to shave the old beard mustache combo off, but hoping here in the future I'll be able to grow it back and keep it. So bear with me. I got to be clean shaven for the time being.
Are you telling me that you can't even have the quintessential element of the profession, the porn stash? Are you telling me what kind of policies are there? I need to start some kind of a movement now. Save the stash, ride the policy. Okay.
Agreed. Nothing says authoritative like a porn stash and mirrored Ray-Bans,
I'm glad.
It almost needs like
us.
you almost need like the hat. It's like a trooper can't troop without his hat.
Well, I can attest to that, but
yeah,
that's another hat story for another day.
Yeah.
All right, and we have some breaking news with you, so stand by because it's going to be good. But number one, we got to introduce again the man who's dusted off his pants. He just got in from the field after a hard day's work, and we're got to get a drink in our hands as well. Rudeboy Kyle's shifting his way through the bar and bellying up to the old microphone. How you doing?
Hello. I'm doing all right. How are you guys?
Doing well. Thanks. Thanks, Rudeboy.
Yeah. Am I coming through quiet?
What? Just a little bit there, Rudeboy.
1 second.
Just want to make sure that the long days out on the field didn't make you go podcast soft. We hit it hard here on this show. Wow! Yeah! Bam!
All right.
Now we're growing with fertilizer.
But yeah.
Trucking with diesel fuel. Got that gas.
But yeah, I'm doing good. Had another weekend of overtime, and so
what you got to drink? Since it's might as well just spin right on into that. Just like the tires spinning in a muddy field. What's on tap? Everybody's favorite segment of the show.
I have.
Rude boy, you got a drink in front of you. What are you sipping on after hopping off the tractor?
I have a what's called Clone Fest, made by Back Pocket Brewing out of Coralville, Iowa. Ever since the invention or we'll say the coming of the NIL deals with college teams, they've been getting on with promotional products, whether it be beer, vodka, shirts, whatever. And this is a Fest Beer Lager, 5.6 ABV. Very well rounded, has a little bit of hop taste to it, but it's also got a what do they call it? Bready malt flavor. So very good for the fall season, pretty crisp, and goes down easy when the Cyclones are losing by about 30 points by now. Yeah.
Well, sorry for your loss. Hope it tastes good. Hey, what's your rating on that? 0 to 5. What do you got?
I would give it a 4. Could be better. Could be.
That's a good rating.
Okay. Now, of course, Jago, you have a beverage in front of you that is warming up as we speak.
Yeah, but, we might as well throw it Farva. Guests first, manners.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Get them drunk first so then they really start saying the good stuff on the show. Don't save it for the after show.
Yeah, or certainly not the pre-show. Well, today,
I missed the good part of
fine.
this.
I don't know if you did because nobody will ever hear it. It's just one long bleep.
It is.
Well, if it was recorded, then I'll find some way again. Then maybe.
Oh.
I'll maybe if future Howard remembers, he'll snip that part and just send you that part, rude boy.
Very good.
Well,
Like we're
today,
outside the quick stop at Clerks. Farva's got a banquet in front of him.
I do. I got a banquet going for the old college special here.
Good choice.
Yeah, thank you. Brewed with 100% Rocky Mountain water.
I thought that was Twisted Teas and like Schmidt's Gay or something. I didn't think it was as classic as Coors. Like, Farva won't even be able to drink. He's just gonna be dead before he opens the damn thing.
That probably would be. But, good old 5%. Ooh, it's foamy. Give it the standard 3.5. It's a good everyday beer.
About tree fitty.
Yeah, about tree fitting.
All right, Howard. I pulled mine right out of the fridge, so it's icy cold. So you better get yours going before it really warms up.
I would also like to point out. I'd like to point out, Kidder, I keep trying to get, Farva sponsored by Shiner.
Yeah.
I always say it's the official beer of Farva, and yet he never drinks it. on this show.
What's up with that?
I know, man. I'm trying to get
you know.
Is
Anyway.
the fridge right? His fridge is right there. He's got the. Oh no, that's the door. He's telling us to get the hell out of here, and we just started the show. Here's
I'm
the
already
door,
done.
guys. See you later.
See you next time.
I'm waiting for him to leave. Like he's in his own house and he leaves. That's how bad this show is. Like,
You know, that would be bad. Your show is so bad that you just leave your house. Not even be in it.
Dad's going for a drive.
Yes. Thank you, Rude Boy. That is
I mean,
Exactly,
JS
that
isn't
is-
on the show tonight, so we can't take this show on the road just quite yet.
yeah.
But
Anyway,
that
Kidder,
note, like you were saying,
yeah.
there, Howard, Farva,
I-
you need to stock up with Shiner
got it.
Shiner products.
Yeah.
Got it. Next time I will make sure to have the entire Shiner family.
In fact, you should stop by the brewery and tell them that you are the official spokesperson for Shiner beer products on Beer Blues and BS. And then, of course, they're just going to give you 12-pack after 12-pack of all of their flavors, and probably the ones in the back that are the upcoming unreleased stuff to debut here on the show. You're going to be so stocked up that you won't even be able to see that unmentionable sign behind your shoulder that has a Colorado type beer on it.
That's right.
Anyway,
I'll have to replace it with a Shiner. A Shiner.
They're going to just load him up with that like agua fresca Shiner crap. Nearly killed many of a host on this show. Kidder, I am having the last of the green can beers. For those who've been following along, my son was with me one of the last times I stocked up, and when it came to choosing beer, we had to get everyone that had green on the can because it's his favorite color. So we're ending the green can experiment with, I don't think we've had these guys on the show. It's a Modelo Cerveza. It is there, and sorry, all of our Spanish-speaking listeners, but is there
Ole.
Chelada Limon y Sal, which I'm going to guess is lemon and salt or lime and salt. Yep. Refreshing flavors of lime and salt. There we go. Brewed in Mexico. That's really all I got for information on this thing. We'll see how it goes. Yeah,
Makes
That
you
is
go,
a-
I poppy.
that is a salty lime. It's not bad, though.
I salty.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Because I've had a lot of these, lemon and salt or lime and salt beers on this show, especially as of late. This is probably one of the better ones. I might actually give this like a 3.8.
Whoa!
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. I'm going to enjoy this.
You
So-
enjoy that.
I will. And get her. What you having? What you drinking?
I believe this is the final in the Local Geeks network of beer smugglers so far, anyway. Another beverage out of Vermont from Long Trail Brewing Company. It's a blackberry wheat,
Ooh.
i.e. bear-y wheat, because there's a bear getting wasted on the front in the forest. And so that begs the question, does a bear get drunk in the forest at night? Does a bear also then shit in the woods with a hiker nearby? I don't know. But this is an American ale with blackberries. And take a hike, it says, with an exclamation point behind it. Please recycle. The color is golden wheat. 12 fluid ounces, 4.2% alcohol by volume. Please recycle. This is from Boston, Massachusetts, Windsor, Vermont, and Bridgewater Corners, Vermont. Again, Long Trail Brewing. They're an independent craft brewery. And I'm sure you can find their website if you use your search engine of choice.
Ask Jeeves.
Nice to see that Winnie the Pooh has replaced his honey addiction with alcohol.
Well, he's probably getting lonely in the woods, man. I mean, what else is he going to do?
But is he really an addict if he doesn't go to meetings?
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Wow.
But
Rudeboy's got like a vacuum rolling over there, or a fan on 25 speed.
yeah. I was going to say,
sucks.
I think anyone would have to turn to drinking if they had to listen to Eeyore all the time. That guy's a real downer.
He is.
Is this any better? I turned the gain down just a click.
There's a bit of hiss on the high end.
Really?
Family Guy.
Bastard.
So I get the golden and the wheat ale, which I normally like, but the blackberry is almost a tainted flavor in this, as in it was a beer poured out of something through a strainer with blackberries in it into the can. Like it was filtered through blackberries. So it doesn't punch you in the face with the blackberry. It's like, hey, by the way, it's blackberry. I'm kind of confused.
Does the blackberry taste artificial? Or is it too sweet?
It's just barely there.
Oh.
It's like an afterthought. It's the wheat ale is very overpowering of the blackberry flavor in this. So overall, it's pretty smooth to drink. Really get the golden part of your wheat ale, golden ale. But the blackberry just kind of lingers, but it also isn't like the sweetest of blackberry tastes. So 2.8315.
All right.
Yeah. I'm going to have a specialty that has not been had on the show yet after this to wash down the taste a little bit. So,
wow, a teaser.
I'm throwing it out there. Also, speaking of teases, before we get into some breaking news, beerbluesbs.com, our website. Like us, please, on Facebook, Instagram, follow us, YouTube podcasts, all of the podcast services that are out there as well for both audio and video. Please help us get the thumbs up. Share. Yeah, we would really appreciate it. Also, if you want to help support the show, because we're crunching numbers and it's like $120 a month for us to put this thing on. Yeah, if you would be so kind to help us out, go to streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs and you can subscribe monthly for like $1. $1 a month can help a starving podcast host. So please, find it in your heart to keep us going one more day, one more hour. Streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs. 100% of that money goes directly into the show. Pays for the fees to, keep the lights on. Okay, they're still on. So please, help us out. Rude Boy has helped us out. Big thumbs up. Change. Yeah, I mean, if you got about $3.50, you could donate about $3.50 every month, and ain't no damn Loch Ness Monster gonna come knocking at your door with his glowing red eyes and scales and a big old lizard tail, looking like he's from the Paleolithic era. It's just a damn triple B. trying to stay on the air. So if you would help us, beerbluesbs.com, all the info there. Plus on Facebook, search for Beer Blues and BS. And like I said, streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs. There's a bunch of great merch on there too if you want like a pint glass or something. You know, a couple different styles of pint glasses available. 100% of the proceeds there because, you know, we don't get 100% of the merch because it's merch, but it helps us. So thanks. Now, the teaser has gone. It's time for the pleaser. Farva is here, and he has breaking news for the Triple B. Farva, the floor is yours, my man.
Well, thank you, Mr. Kidder. So, last time I was on the show, we were talking about freeing Medor, that movement. And during that time, so things definitely got heated up. Things picked up to the point where I'm sure, you and Howard have saw that, lots of interesting things were going on behind the scenes, but I'm actually going to be getting Medor back. He's going to be coming home. So, in fact, today I just got the contract, the transfer of ownership, because like we were discussing the last time, Howard, he's government surplus. So the legal forms have been sent to me, and I gave my thumbs up and said I'm ready to sign whenever. So I'm hoping that sometime early next week he'll be at home, and that issue will be done. But on the unfortunate side, the reason I'm getting him back home is because he medicaled out. We had talked about concerns about his rear spine before. He had tweaked it a few years ago. Well, it basically reared its head, and after 3 days of being with his new handler at the schoolhouse, getting trained up, he basically just couldn't. He showed signs of injury. He just basically couldn't continue, and he got veterinarian said dog's done. So,
with a grain of salt, it's excellent news.
It is. Well,
very happy for both you and Medor.
Absolutely, and even though he's gonna come home with some old man injuries, so to speak, a really good organization, Project Canine Hero, is actually going to pick up all his medical costs for the remainder of his life. So,
wow.
So it even though he will have some medical stuff to work with, he'll be able to just be a happy stay-at-home German Shepherd, and we're just going to go about our business.
That's awesome.
We're happy for you.
Thank you, Rudeboy. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Now, not to put you on the spot, but like if somebody wanted to help donate toward to them to help out with your medical costs for Medor, or perhaps any of the other canines and the handlers they're helping out with, they got a website?
Absolutely. They do have a website, and Project Canine Hero. It's they deal with retired law enforcement and military working dogs. Their goal is to promote awareness, for these service animals when they retire out, that they have needs, they don't get a pension or health care like we do. And their goal is to let the handlers with their retired canines and the retired canines themselves be taken care of, so absolutely donate. I know that there's a GoFundMe account, and a t-shirt fundraiser made for the Free Medor movement. I just got news tonight that all the funds that were donated, except for one person, wanted a refund, which they were refunded immediately for their donation. The rest of it's going to Project Canine Hero because they've been just outstanding. So, by all means, anybody out there, it's a great organization, and it all goes to helping these dogs.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that, and I know we have Free Medor design on our merch store as well, And the same thing goes with that. Anybody who purchases that shirt, the money that we would get from it would 100% go to you to be able to go to either directly to Medor or to the organization. So
thank you guys. Appreciate it. And I appreciate not only y'all's support, but all the listeners' support. Genuinely appreciate it. It means the world to me. I don't know how I'll ever be able to say thank you enough and repay that debt of gratitude, because finally getting my boy home is going to be a great feeling.
Well, for me anyway, just the happiness of Medor and happiness of you is more than enough. So that's just what I have to say. You can turn it over to these guys and share their thoughts, because I certainly don't want to speak for them. But what I will do is raise a beer, a drink, and a toast to the return and reuniting of Medor and Farva.
Salute.
Cheers.
Yep, and I will just add, as past Howard speaking to future Howard, hey, and to the listeners, if you want to find all of the links to the different places where you can donate to help, check the show notes. Future Howard's got them in there, so that you don't have to go and Google search them, or Bing, or Alta Vista, whatever search engine of choice you wish to use.
Netscape
We got
Navigator.
Yeah. So, but no, exciting news, Farva. Really glad to hear that Medor is coming home, and that we got to at least help in whatever small way we helped. That's.
I think it was a community effort. It wasn't just one singular person. It was everybody's help, and it definitely brought to light a lot of things that are going on. And ultimately, the goal is to get them home, and that's what we did. We succeeded in that mission.
Love it.
Love it, indeed.
It's good.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Well, we have good news to start at the show, so that's a huge relief. I am relieved, and I can just from knowing you over all of these years, I know that you are feeling a huge release of pressure on trying to just care for Medor, bring him home, make sure that he's got the best care possible, make sure he's going to live out the rest of his puppy days in his utmost happiest state with, of course, the guy he's been with for most of his life and who's cared for him along the way and been there through everything here to there. And so there's really no words for me to express how happy I am that you guys are back together.
Thank you, Kidder. I appreciate it. It's you're absolutely right, and it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to be done with that, to have that no longer be on my shoulders, and now I can focus on other things that'll be helpful for others and ultimately my family. And to have him home and be back with the family it'll just be great.
Well, since the floor is yours, Farva, is there anything else that you'd like to talk about, share, direction, lead us in, open another tasty beer from the Shiner Brewing Company?
That's absolutely correct. Go to get a good old Shiner from Shiner, Texas, right? Yeah. Well, let's see. We got the Sioux series playing out. I'm sure Howard's been catching up on that. No? Wow, I'm really shocked.
Howard spends his time these days in a little cabin built in 1939 with no internet, no TV. Howard has been reading books.
Oh, nice.
So
well,
Howard's a little starved for entertainment.
Living the simple life.
That's just because he watches this show. That's why he's starved for entertainment.
Yeah.
He's you're really doing the Little House on the Prairie, literally, aren't you, Howard?
Well, I mean, it's out in the Badlands, not really, the prairie, but it's a cool little house. But yeah, if I want to watch anything, I have to be over in our interpretive center and sit in my office, and it's not the prime viewing, little computer screen to watch Star Wars. You want a nice big TV and all that.
That's true. Well, I mean, all I can say is you'll probably enjoy it. It's been entertaining thus far. I don't know, Kidder, have you been seeing it at all, or are you sticking away from that?
Yeah, Kidder. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, Kidder. How do you feel about that?
Yeah. I'm gonna let you guys enjoy that one.
All right. Hey, Howard, the last time I was on here, it was us Trekkies, stirring up stuff. So I decided to switch gears today,
Yeah. No, I appreciate it, because it's like it's been a lot of Trek talk, especially since Kidder was, been to Vegas.
Well,
we have like 3 episodes of him showing off swag.
Well, okay. First of all, we do not go against that. That is like the mecca of Star Trek conventions, sir. We do not speak ill of the Vegas convention.
I did speak ill of it. All I was saying is that since he went, we've had like 3 episodes of swag. Future Howard is kind of tired of editing, and here's this pin, and here's this pin.
At least there's high-res photos of all of them. And I just wanted to point out that Farva is just a little psi-polar.
Mm-hmm. I am.
See what I did there?
Yeah, I see what you did. Bipolar, I get it. Well, shoot. Well, I was gonna say it's going to be interesting. I've been on night shift for the last little while, and it looks like I'll be going back to daytime here in the next couple weeks. I know. Going to be back to being a normal human. I don't know what to do.
You sizzle.
I know. Hey, at least I'm not.
The hell is that bright? Why is it so bright? Why is it hot? Ah!
Be like, oh, that's what it looks like during the day. Oh God, it does not match. No light after Labor Day. Come on.
You saying that the drapes don't match the carpet, or what?
I guess. I don't know.
I'm going to change subjects here and guess maybe back on rails, maybe, if I can find them. Kidder, while I've been out in Medor, I do have a favorite watering hole that I go to like once a week while I'm out there. And it's a little place called the Little Missouri Saloon. And I have a picture here. I've gone there now so regularly that the bartender has started to know who I am. So you show like when I went in here this last Thursday night, he's immediately like, "Oh, dark beer?" Like, sure. What do you got? And here I'm enjoying a nice Shiner Bock because that's what they had. But what I wanted to point out is if you look up kind of past the barrel, you see all the dollar bills that they have attached to the ceiling kind of throughout there. And I happened to one night while I was there be just kind of looking up, seeing the names and everything that was up. And I saw something and it made me think of you.
Oh, no.
I'm waiting for the diss.
Yep.
Screen sharing takes always a little bit. But to take a look, see if you can find why I thought of you.
Well, there's a Go Sioux there.
Yep.
But, Meg Jacks.
I didn't really read that part. I was more interested like that there was a Go Sioux dollar above my head. So
there's another one next to it that says Minnesota. Clearly that is in the wrong place.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Should be in the toilet.
Yeah. But That brings up hockey season is right around the corner. There's some pre-games going, and especially since we have Rude Boy on, how's everybody's hockey team looking so far in the preseason?
Well, she's already started, as you kind of alluded to there, Jaco. But preseason hockey is good and bad for the sense that you're either good or really bad to shake out the prospects. And I believe the Avs, if everybody stays healthy, the Avs are going to have a phenomenal year because even though the preseason loss to the Wild the other night, apparently it was like our fourth line guys and the fighting over the fourth line and our backup goalie against their top line, and they won by 1. So, we get the big guns out. Nathan McKinnon and Cale Makar. And hopefully Gabe Landeskog is back. He did not play last season because of his nasty injury and surgery and rehab, and haven't heard anything about if he's going to be able to come back. But hoping, we'll see if the El Capitan can be back. So, go Avs, 2022 Stanley Cup champions, baby! Got the flag back here, of course, wearing the shirt tonight. Kicking it off. I'll leave it up to Rude Boy if he wants to share the Black Hacks news, or maybe the Iowa Mild, or anybody else.
Yeah, it's sort of exciting to see Connor Bedard, 18-year-old number 1 pick. So we'll hopefully he stays injury free, but a lot of the veterans on the Hawks have spoken highly of him. Had a assist in the overtime winner over the Blues the other night, and
Blues lose.
That's right. So, but yeah, I mean, like you said, it's preseason, kind of tough to really shake out what you can expect from a team, but yeah. Should be a few.
I'm sad that meme doesn't work anymore because TJ Oshie doesn't play for the Blows anymore.
Oh, it was Patrick King.
Was it? I thought there was one with TJ Oshie on it too.
It could have been that one.
Blues
too.
lose, and it was Blue from Blues Clues, but just with the crappy Photoshop of Oshie's face on it.
Well,
loved it. So while Rude Boy's looking that up, I have my second drink, which is an NA for tonight, and clearly Canadian making its debut, the 1990s classic favorite, and this being my favorite flavor, the Mountain Blackberry. Clearly Canadian sparkling water beverage with the all-natural ingredients. 90 calories. Only 11 fluid ounces in here because then it would be more than 325 milliliters on it. Still the glass container. Served chilled. All the ingredients there from the Clearly Food and Beverage Company in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And you can find them at clearlycanadian.com, not the .ca. Product of Canada there. And the ingredients. Look at that. There's carbonated spring water, pure cane sugar, natural vegan flavor, apparently, and citric acid. And it's a non-GMO. Look at that. The spring water sources from Whistler, British Columbia, Formosa, Ontario, or other Canadian springs. There's no actual juice in this. But just
Oh, is it just blueberry essence then? Or sorry, blackberry essence?
I think so. And this and Rudeboy, you might taste the same, or you might remember from the original back in the 90s. But this, I'm disappointed because the bottles are smaller now, but still the great blackberry or raspberry or cherry or peach taste.
You just got to start making them in 2 liters.
A liter, clearly. We got Farva on here, so.
Liter of cola? Everybody got a liter of cola?
Now there's some blackberry taste. I give this a 5 out of 5.
There you go.
Well, the blackberry flavor is only competing with water, so I'd say it wins.
Hey, there's carbonation in here, okay? He's got to compete with the bubbles.
Oh, the bubbles enhance
Air. There's
just
Canadian
science.
air stuffed into this bottle. It got smuggled into the U.S. across the border. There's also some new flavors of clearly Canadian that have like 0 sugar or something. Haven't been able to find them because they haven't made it this area yet. But Rudeboy, if you come across them, or Farva, if you come across them, try and pick them up. Whoa! Cracking her open there.
Mm-hmm.
See if you can find them and have a drink on me.
I'll definitely keep an eye out down here. Well, to be honest, in the hockey realm, I'm still keeping a good eye on the Las Vegas Knights. Being the new franchise.
Golden Showers,
Huh?
the Golden Showers.
Yeah, Golden Showers. But
Wait, weren't you a San Jose Sharks fan? Like in college?
I am a San Jose Sharks fan. Still am a Sharks fan. But
Oh, now he's saying that he still is.
no, I haven't changed the team. But once again, the Knights.
Didn't somebody just win the Stanley Cup last year? Sounds like somebody's found a bandwagon.
No, not going no bandwagon.
Let's take the octave down to the normal level.
No,
the Knights who say me.
Oh, Monty Python, gotta love it. Gotta love it. No, it's just
Golden
gonna
Showers who say we.
we. No, I was saying the Golden Showers, as you like to call them. The Golden Knights. It's still impressive since they've started as a franchise. Expansion team. They've had a pretty good run, so it'll be interesting to watch their season to see are they actually going to continue. Huh?
It's been okay.
Well,
Not as good as a certain team hailing from Denver, Colorado, but
I'm not talking about no Avs here, kidder. I ain't gonna go down that road, okay? I'm just saying.
Yeah, no.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
It's interesting to watch because they've done pretty good. Will they
Just
keep
having fun screwing with them. It's more fun than talking about that team.
I know. Oh. Even my dog.
Continue. The floor is yours.
No, it's all right. Even my dog's joining in on this one. Sitting over here mouthing off.
It's bad when the dog starts making fun of you for talking about them too.
That is exactly it, right there. Exactly.
Since we got to bring the dogs in, what's Sterling up to right now, Rudeboy? Can we have him have a conversation back and forth?
Well,
No.
he is asleep right now.
Oh,
So
well, let sleeping dogs lie.
that's true. He's been doing all right.
Good.
But-
Don't need him to get all fired up and then
No,
start talking about I don't know, the Montreal Canadiens or something like that. He's gonna go off the rails and start talking about some other hockey team.
but the only reason he got fired up last time is because the wife wasn't home. So I was able to get them tuned up at 1:30 in the morning and no consequences. But it is past bedtime, so he was actually he had finished his dinner earlier. It was probably 5:30. I saw him. He just kind of sidled up the steps to the bedroom, and he's getting old like everybody else in this house. So early bedtime, early to rise type of thing. So
you're the youngest one here.
all I'm saying is that I mean, who doesn't like going to bed early? I know some of us are night owls every now and then, but the way my work schedule whips me around, I was right behind him there.
Yeah.
I'm, not gonna lie. I like to go to bed early.
Mm-hmm.
Sleep is good.
Oh yeah.
Sleep is.
I feel that even though I'm agreeing, somebody needs to say sleep is for the weak.
That actually used to be a catchphrase of mine. I would say sleep is for the weak. Damn, I'm weak. Nah, it was
You got old.
Yeah.
It's 7:30 on a Tuesday. I need to go to bed.
Speaking of sleeping, yeah, kid, I'm going to talk
Most of
football
our
for
audience
for
right
just a little bit, just a little bit, because I have to. Because last weekend, I just have to share this. Miami, my team, the team that I have always, cheered for, no matter how terrible they've been, beat the Denver Broncos 70-20. I told my wife that score, and Lefty's like, "You're kidding, right? That's not real." No, that's a real score.
Hey, didn't the head coach actually go into the fans and let them call plays?
Yes, he did. And if he had really wanted to, they had the opportunity to set the all-time score record for a game, but he decided to be merciful and not kick the field goal to put them over. So 10 touchdowns, just whomped them. So yeah. I just had to share because
I'm glad that you did, and I actually shared that after the game went final because I thought it was a joke, and somebody had picked up like NFL Madden 2024 and somehow got it snuck into a broadcast. But it was news organizations sharing the final, and double checked it before I shared it. And that was something for the ages.
Oh, what's going to be a real
I-
joke is when the Bears play the Broncos tomorrow, because I've seen the increasing list of life events that have happened in the past year, and they make this one circle with all these teams that have won at least one game since October of 2022, or professional teams that have won one game since Twitter was sold to the electric car maker guy. And it not only includes all the professional football teams, but all these hockey teams and everything. And then there's the one team in the small little circle in the corner that hasn't won a game since October 2022, and it's the Chicago Bears. So
The Bears.
the Bears.
Aren't there 4 teams like tonight going into tomorrow that are 0-3? And so obviously 2 of them have to come out with a win because it can't be a tie.
Yes. Yep, because you have the Broncos have yet to win. The Bears have yet to win. The Vikings have yet to win. And I forget what the 4th team is because, again, I don't really follow football all that much because I haven't had a reason to.
I thought they did allow ties.
No, they tried not to.
anymore? No.
It's football.
But then again, I don't. As I said, I kind of just like get the highlights. It's kind of like how I have to watch Colorado have hockey is through like the day
Vicariously through this show. And I have it on right here, and you can sit and watch it.
Yeah,
Actually be interested in the show.
Well, we also have the curse, man. We can't trigger that too often.
Yeah. So, breaking sports news for you. Bismarck Bobcats versus North Iowa. North Iowa 0. Bismarck Bobcats 5. That's a 2-night sweep.
Nice.
I think they're going to be good this year. I'm hoping to go to a couple of games. Junior is hoping to go to a couple of games. So
That'll be fun.
always is. For a small like club team, the Bobcats games tend to be pretty good. Except for when they suck, and then it's kind of painful, but they tend to be better more often than not. So, and if they're playing the Minotauros, then somebody's punching somebody.
Yeah. True. That's true. Well, gosh. Sounds like we went through hockey, went through football. Any other sports we're going to hit up today?
Underwater basket weaving?
Is that on ESPN, the Ocho?
Probably.
Probably. Or did Disney sell that off already?
I'm sure my former broadcasting company is taking that as its prime sports. The leader in local sports.
Here, I have to ask because Lefty and I were debating this, and you might know. But did the Bismarck Bucks get sold? Are they gone? How was that? That was the.
So the insider info is that basically they are no more, and they were looking to offload that company. Yes.
For those who aren't in the Bismarck area, the Bismarck Bucks was our short-lived arena football team up here. I only ever went to like one game, and they instead of like they had a PA announcer, but then they also had like a house DJ, like in there trying to like hype the crowd over the PA system all the time, and so it's like every play he'd start doing the defense, like trying to get the audience going. It's like so annoying.
It sounds like a NBA D-League basketball game where they play music much more regularly than like an NBA game would.
Yeah, it was kind of like, oh my gosh, just enough. Over the course of like the 2 hours you're there for the game, you're just like, okay, enough, just stop.
Well, to give you an idea is that if you knew anything about the game and tried to get tickets, you could get free tickets every game, and they still not enough people in the stands to make it worthwhile.
Which is interesting because we've had other expansion teams in other sports show, like the Bismarck Larks are like they sell out just about every night. So, and they're the baseball team, and they're doing great. So,
yeah, but they're also not managed by the certain company.
Well, listen, I wasn't going to go there, but leave that for you.
Same thing with the Bismarck Bobcats.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's also hockey and baseball, which are, I don't know, legitimate sports.
Far better.
Okay, Kidder, this will be a fun game. Ranking them, but from like sport to not a sport. Okay. Okay. Can you name your sports? Kind of putting them in order.
Hockey. Real sport. Everything else, joke.
Wow.
What's your opinion on Quidditch?
Yeah.
Because apparently there's professional Quidditch out there. So
Yeah.
Take 2 of these and call me in the morning. Hey, speaking of that, you can pre-order NHL 24 X Factor Edition and get a bunch of stuff, including, of course, Cal McCarr on the cover of the 2024 edition.
Damn, for a second there, I thought I was actually
made by EA.
Yeah, it's the same game from 4 years ago, just with extra super duper features.
Cool.
At least it's, mostly the same game. I think I mentioned last week I finally watched through like all of the story mode of Mortal Kombat 1 that just came out. And while the story, and I think I talked about it, was all right. The thing that was kind of disappointing to me was a lot of their changes of character design, because they every game redesign all of the characters. It didn't land as good as MK11. That's been bothering me. Some of them are Reptile is probably the best out of them, but everybody else is kind of MK11 was pretty tight on the designs. I liked a lot of those, but it's just.
So according to the Xbox store, and not to overshadow your sadness for the upcoming or new release of the MK series, but to point out with Rudeboy's observation of EA's NHL rework every year, the 22 and 23 year versions are still available on the store for purchase at full price. So you can't even go down a year or two to get a discount and enjoy next gen hockey.
Let me see if I can find the price.
Still $70 for the latest gen version.
$70 for that recycled trash.
Tell us how you really feel, Rude Boy.
Say that again.
Tell us how you really feel.
Oh man, EA is
it's in the game.
Yeah, it used to be. Maybe it's just us getting old, but it's definitely not. I mean, it's what EA's done to sports games, and also what the exclusivity deal that Major League Baseball has. You can't get a real baseball game unless you own a PS5. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Sucks,
no, I think it's because we're getting older, to be honest. Because, shoot, none of us here should be at the 40 mark, correct?
Not yet.
Not yet. That's right. And yet, we're being called the old people. They had, I think, I saw they had a 2000s day, like a spirit day at a friend's. Their child had a high school spirit day, and it was 2000s day. Come on, that just makes us feel so old. Because it wasn't that long ago that we were all there.
Well, let me throw this one out to you, because I know everybody in this group has purchased a hockey game for their console of choice over the years.
Yep.
At some point. Or played, because Howard and I would play the ones that I would pick up, or Rude Boy and I would play the various versions. So I'm going to throw this out there for the group. Best hockey game played. Any generation, any year, any series. For me, it's ESPN NHL 2K5 or 2K6, whatever it was, the last one that came out with on Xbox. And that's because it was ESPN broadcast. It was the full setup. It was the true broadcast from NHL on ESPN back in the day. And it had great mechanics, great customization. It was all around a fantastic game. And that's when EA was like, oh, well, we can't have competition in hockey, and then bought the exclusive rights to NHL games. And then that killed the ESPN series because it was made by 2K Entertainment or 2K Interactive, whatever it is. And then, of course, EA just took over and has basically recycled the same thing every year since. Farva, you were pondering something there, and I cut you off.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good, Kidder. No, I was going to say I'll probably agree with you on that because I remember I got, what was it, NHL 2007, the EA 2007, and it wasn't as good as the one you described because it was the last collaboration of 2K Sports, had the ESPN, announcing going on. It was just an overall fun game. Ever since then, it's not the same. It's not about playing. It's about, it's almost like, oh, we're going to play a life story. I think South Park made fun of it with like golfing games with Tiger Woods. It wasn't about playing golf. It was about, the raunchous affair of Tiger Woods cheating on his wife. And that I have to agree with you.
Yeah, NHL 2004 was good. 1994 or NHL 94. Way back in the days, it's widely considered, I'd say, one of the greatest sports games ever made. But let's see, what was the game? NHL Hits
2002. Yeah, Hits.
There's Hits. There's Blades of Steel. What was it? Yeah, I think with the demise of competition between the 2K Sports and EA and having these exclusive games, looking at the retail price of the NHL 24, whatever the X Factor edition gets you besides battle passes and stuff.
$99.99.
This says it's $117 retail. Which, I mean, it says it's on sale for $92.95, but yeah, even $70 for a new NHL game. I don't know. I just like to play it on PC, or at least have the ability to.
I guess the X Factor edition for Series X or Series S through the Xbox site is $99.99 plus applicable taxes, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get 4,600 gigawatt points in the points pack plus the pre-order edition content that whatever you get extra something or other. Oh, dual entitlement. That sounds like an EA thing right there. 3 days early access, exclusive Kale McCarr player item, Hut Power Up Icon Choice Pack, and the WOC Battle Pass XP modifier times 5 time, and then, like I said, the 4,600 NHL points. And then, of course, you get NHL 20 or 21 or 22 or 23 or disguised as 24. I'm very disappointed with the video gameplay with the graphics and whatnot, because I like the broadcast feel. I want it to be like I'm watching an NHL broadcast. Fire it up, pump me up, and it's just a game.
Yeah, I think the gaming industry is just overall. It's not about developing gameplay. It's about developing money. I mean, granted, they are a business trying to obtain money, but they're not. They're just putting any product out there, hoping someone will buy it so that they can, make their profit. I mean, designed obsolescence, I think is what they're talking about in automobile industry. Cars aren't built as good anymore, so that you got to turn around and buy them. I think it's the same with games. They're not meant to really be played long term. They're meant to play for a couple hours and then get something new. Howard, what do you got, man? You're quiet over there.
I am. Yes, it's been a long day. So,
there's. Go ahead, Howie.
Oh no! I just was trying to Google and find which one Kidder asked. There was one, maybe it was Hits, but you could build your own custom character, and Kidder and I built a team. I was the goalie, and the nickname was Yeti because you could select a name, and they didn't have Howard as an option, so we had Yeti, and that's where the famous, Yeti call came from. But I was trying to remember which one that was. I want to say it was Hits.
Yep.
So
stand by and I'll go look.
Do I have to stand? Can I remain?
Yeah.
Seated?
Stand by. Stand by your TP and let the points be near you.
It's not mine. It's Junior's. So.
Well, his can be there too.
I'm not drunk enough for this. While Kidder's doing that, my What's on Tap round 2, since he's drinking Clearly Canadian.
I'm done with that. It's gone.
People wonder why I've been quiet. Can't get a word in edgewise.
Even when he's across the room.
I know.
Hey!
I have this one. It is from the Breckenridge Brewery. This is a collab with Never Summer. This is their Fun Slinger Lager. Yeah. Nice looking can. I kind of dig the art on this thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't have much details of what it is, except that it's a lager and 4.5% alcohol by volume. So, this thing a try. Smells like a lager. Interesting. It's really smooth. And for a lager, it tastes a lot darker than I was expecting. But it's good. It's enjoyable. I'd probably give that about a 3.5. But yeah, no, good second beer to finish out the night.
What'd you dig up from the archives there, Mark?
Well, I have a trip down Howard and Kidder's history. So, first of all, here it is. Hits 2002. And even though it says display box only, to purchase this game, bring the box to the register, it's in there. Still has that old fresh game smell too. See, look at that. Look at that classic Xbox game there. Also, if you look real close, which of course it probably won't actually focus here because, why would it? But we know hits. There you go. In the top corner, there's one of the Ducks trying to take a swing at an Avs player, and of course the Av clearly ducking out of the way because
is that before or after the punch?
Well, that is an attempt during, clearly. But yep, there you go. There's the full info on the game and the adrenaline hockey. Remember when you were really good and they all light on fire? Players just kick the crap out of everybody else. Yeah. That was a good one with the Yeti, and we played that one a lot. And another one that we really played I thought I had the NHL 2002 version, but turns out that it was NHL 2004 on the EA side of things, entering the college years. Look at that. It's a player from a dead team.
Danny Heatley.
There you go. And, of course, the gloves off hockey. Lots of fighting, apparently, in this one.
The last heyday for fighting.
Yeah.
Where before the enforcer went away.
Look at that bad check against the boards. Cheap hit. Look at that. Howard and I think, were the best at getting the 2-minute minors for interference, no matter what we did. Because you touch another guy, blow the whistle. It's like, okay. And then moving along, here it is. The number 1 rated NHL game, ESPN NHL 2K5. And this one had a lot of good stuff. I mean, look at that. There's even some cheap shots happening on this one.
Throwing the hip check.
God dang, cheapness against the Avs for decades. In fact, I bet if I look in here, there might even be an Xbox Live trial card or something.
I'm surprised with this clear love for the Avs that we're seeing in all these cases. That yes, they have Kel McCarr on the cover of 2024, but it's going to be him getting like checked. So that's what the photo's going to be.
And then the Zamboni game came later. You remember that, Rudeboy?
Yeah.
The Zamboni mini game?
Yeah, there was one year they did the edition where you could run the Zamboni in the intermission. And I mean, who doesn't want to drive the Zamboni? So.
I've been in the off ice official box too much, where I've heard all the critiquing about how the Zamboni driver's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't need that kind of scrutiny in my life.
Oh man, missed a spot there. Oh man.
Yeah, it's
this one, the 2K10 version and the 2K9 version on 360. You could, in the intermission of your game, drive the Zamboni. Mm-hmm.
That would only be fun if, like, it gave you some sort of advantage, because then, you know, you'd only really zam like half the ice.
There's a limited edition behind the scene. The party is now. Apparently, I missed the party by 13 plus years because it's still in the plastic.
Well, you can't say that you were never invited.
Maybe. There are 3 lights.
Well, I had a technical malfunction again.
Like a wardrobe malfunction?
Yep.
No, those of you watching the live cam, no. Farva, you know, you're not drunk.
Nope.
Farva
Not
just needs a tripod.
Yeah,
spinning around.
Hey, well, I had to go in a different way, and then I got critiqued that no, we can't do that. You know,
Who would do such a thing? Who would critique a guest's camera angle?
I don't know. Probably the same that'll put me in a Cardassian prison and tell me how many lights there were, and if I didn't get the correct answer, I'd get zapped in my nutsack or something.
Lights. This one's for you, Rude Boy. Still in the plastic.
Ooh, there it is.
Yep.
Johnny
Haven't
Taves.
even taken it out of the plastic. It's right there.
Mm.
Play together, win together.
You know,
Wonder what that's worth on
Kidder,
eBay.
it might just be the fact that like your camera resolution went out for just a little bit. But that looked like a one really bad Photoshop job on that cover.
I mean, yes, there is a lot of Photoshop happening.
It doesn't matter when you win the cup, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying like that they like superimposed anything. It's clearly like over edited just a wee bit.
It's the cheap years of EA's.
And the one I played a lot was the NHL 15 with good old Eddie Olczyk and Doc Emmerich on the call. The world-class broadcast package with NBC Sports.
Truthfully, I always wanted the Hockey Night in Canada presentation, and then we could get Don Cherry at the intermission break, breaking down your highlights and yelling at you.
Yeah. You want a 2-day trial of Xbox Live Gold?
2 whole days. What?
Or the Hut 15 Ultimate Hockey Team.
It's got to be worth at least 25 cents on eBay.
About $3.50. I almost want to open this, but at the same time, I don't, because that means that, then it wouldn't be sealed anymore. So keep Jonathan Taves on ice.
Precious.
Oh,
I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
there's only one person that uses raspberry jam. Lone Star.
I mean, since we're talking about size and everything,
Oh God, no!
we might as well bring this to the party.
Oh God, I'm getting contact high just
Here
seeing.
you go, Howard.
Oh,
Start
God.
drawing something, huh?
No.
Well, you
No.
don't see me get contact high from the Magnum Sharpie there, Howard.
I just don't need to be the one that does the drawing.
Well,
Despite the fact that Howard sits here and paints sometimes, my freehand art skills not great. No.
Yeah, I don't do the artistry. I'm still at stick figures, so I'm lucky if I can spell my name at this point.
I'm too tired to think of a good, joke and retort to that. But there's
That
one
sounds
out
like
there.
we need a new drink.
Like I need a new drink?
We all do. Who's out?
I just opened a drink.
I am.
We'll open another one.
I don't have another one.
Roll
down.
the intermission.
Yeah.
That hamster has been getting enough work in the last few episodes. Give the damn hamster a break.
What? I like listening to the Super Mario theme song and intermission.
That's not the song we use. Don't say that. I don't need us to get more copyright strikes.
Hell, it might bring some kind of attention to our show.
Yeah. Every time Kidder and Rude Boy stream a game, we get copyright hits on it.
Thanks, Nintendo.
That's what we get for doing this country a service and trucking goods from point to point across this great nation.
We just got to put on. We got to figure out a way to split the audio from the music that we listen to.
Yeah, and I've done that before, where I have it on the one channel and then the game audio on the other channel. But sometimes I want to hear the roar of the engine and the whooshing of all of the air flying by the open window.
Hey, the road bubs.
I hate these rumble strips, y'all. Or the random times when we high center the truck on a blade of grass.
That's right.
Or upend the damn thing. That
So,
was close. I'm almost at a 2-week repeat.
have any of y'all played Starfield yet?
No.
I don't know. I see a lot of people joining on, and apparently it is. I mean, the gameplay itself is pretty quick, but it's the online experience that apparently is really awesome.
I'm sure it is.
Why would I want to play online? I'm going to run into weird people there.
Yeah. Well, apparently you can build your own customized ship. And that's the thing I see a lot of people doing is they're making interesting designs. I know you might, Howard and Kidder, I don't know, Rudeboy, are you into any of their space adventure stuff like Star Trek or Star Wars? Or you're like, whatever.
Yeah, not really.
All right. Well, Howard and Kidder might like it because I'm sure they could recreate some of their childhood favorite ships, from their favorite movie or television shows. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen. I watched a couple of streams where people have played it, not with the online aspect, but the story seems somewhat interesting. Kind of create your own adventure almost.
Yeah.
Being the good guy or the bad guy or playing both sides type of thing. But the ship customization seemed really in depth. Trading off performance or earning the right amount of space money to afford something that would improve your ship. But
Yeah. It looked interesting. It's something I saw,
But yeah, Starfield's pretty popular recently. But yeah, you guys playing
How's
anything?
your farming going?
It's going okay. Ever since Kidder told me that Farm Sim 19 was free on the Amazon game store, I got into and bought Farm Sim 22. So it's the newest, latest, and greatest on Farm Sim on the PC. Because I think they do every 2 or 3 years a release, but they've got
Oh no, they have one for like every year.
they have one for 23, but it's only for the Switch and mobile, from my understanding. But yeah, it's you can see their latest release was forestry type of farming, an add-on for that relative.
I feel like big wood.
But yeah, you can grow trees, harvest trees, but it's also big into the crops and also animal type products.
Tall wood, wide wood, lots of wood.
That's what she said.
Build it up, chop it down.
Throw it all around.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we should do a live stream.
There won't be any music on this one. But yeah, maybe we can set up the old live stream.
Well, apparently my dog Sam agrees with that.
Oh.
And here I just thought you had the teacher from Charlie Brown over.
Like I said earlier, this dog's an attention whore.
I was gonna say, Farva, you look like you're falling asleep over there.
Oh, I was going to say the same to you, Howard.
Well, I'm awake, but all this talk of farming put me to sleep. Not that it's not interesting. I just
it never really piqued my interest in terms of gaming until I tried the free game, and then I'm like, well, we'll give it a go. There's a lot of we'll say cool equipment that you can try out and customize. Skid steers. You can drive your Bobcat around.
You can actually get a Bobcat, and they don't have any Caterpillar ones in there. So therefore, I have not purchased the latest version of the game.
Well, let me take a look.
Here we go. He's fired it up. He's fired it up, everybody. Here we go. Here we go.
Let's see if I can find a Caterpillar. I don't know if it's a licensed brand or not, but
I mean, and I it's not that I like down on you guys for farm sim. I mean, listen, I play Stardew Valley, which is kind of a farming RPG. So, you know, but it's it's been a week, and so Howard is just drifting off to the the Taka farming.
Yeah, there's well, I searched Caterpillar. Well, there's nothing through the in-game mod hub, but there might be something if you go search the web and find it there. But
how about Case? Do they have Case?
Of course, yeah, they've got the Case IH, John Deere. Since it's made by a European company, there's also a good contingent of
JCB
European brands. I'm pulling it up here just to.
There's even a European fire truck.
Yeah,
that is DLC. You can take the ladder off. You can turn the siren on, turn the lights on, drive it around, and that's pretty much it. I guess you can light bales on fire and then put them out. And you can probably play with your hose a lot, but
Kidder, you know what Case stands for, right?
go ahead and indulge me.
Can't afford something else.
good puppy.
Yep. He's loving the jokes.
he's just
At least somebody laughed at that joke.
there
I gave you a rim shot. That's about all I got right now. Okay.
You got one committed audience member.
Yeah, let's see. They've got the Fendt, John Deere, the Claas, JCB, New Hollands. They've got some Challengers. What else we have here? They got they have some classic old-looking tractors that are on the small side, like a Z-Tor, Landini, which is let's see, they've got a electric one, a nitrogen-powered one, Massey Ferguson.
That MF is big deal right there.
Valtra, TGF, Kubotas.
I do have breaking news for you guys, though.
What's that?
Something really to think about. Patrick Swayze has been dead for like a decade and hasn't made Ghost 2 yet.
Oh, that's
Too soon?
Fair. Too soon. Hasn't been 23 and a half years yet.
Carry on.
You don't remember the South Park episode?
Which one? I remember a lot of them.
Jared has AIDS episode.
Is that like the AIDS burger in paradise?
No. Never when Jared, the Subway guy, he goes to South Park and he says, "Yeah, I've lost all this weight." all because of my AIDS. And everyone thought he was talking about, AIDS, the disease, not like as like your personal assistant. So, and then they all got a good laugh and they said, oh, we can make fun of AIDS now. It's been more than 23 and a half years.
Yes.
Howard looks like he is about to fall asleep.
No, I'm still here. Howard was trying to find something that I was like, oh, I should talk about this on the show, and I'm just trying to find where I had saved my note.
Wow.
So one of those like, oh, yeah. Did I take a photo of it? No.
Well, since we have a little bit of this and a little bit of that, I do want to give a shout out to the Federation of Beer, because we've talked about them on the show before while I was in Vegas and after coming back from the con. But the Federation of Beer getting the delicious beer variants organized at different breweries across the country. And I had the can up here for a long time, and now actually it is right here. Again, this was
make sounds.
Nice.
Yeah.
The Enterprise.
The Enterprise Blonde Ale. This was made by Lost Worlds Brewing in the Las Vegas Metro. And so you can still get this in and around the Las Vegas area. But this one being a blonde ale and the whole story about it, they have a ton of other beers that they have franchised out with local breweries around the country. And I would love to be able to try a bunch of other ones. And hopefully can get one of our local breweries to partner with them to make some delicious beer with a Star Trek theme. But Lost Worlds Beer, you can find them online for the brewery, but also Federation of Beer. That is the franchising and royalty, I guess you could say, if you go to federationofbeer.com to find out all of the info on how you too can get your local brewery on board. Hopefully we'll have those guys on the show too, because they're fun to talk to. I think I still have. Yes, I do. One of them is the Engage Galaxy Class Ale. That one's made by Torchlight Brewing. And that is in British Columbia. And what else do I have here? Got a couple things here. The Vulcan Ale. It's an Irish-style red ale. And that's made... the licensed purveyors of themed beer. Yes, that is federationofbeer.com.
Nice.
So, yeah. And then, of course, there's the Enterprise Blonde Ale. The bigger version of it. Lost Worlds. They have a cool looking logo.
Yeah, they do. Not bad. Not bad at all.
But, yeah. There it is. Got all these different ones. The Syndicate Ale. There's the Vulcan Ale. Even a Klingon Warrior Ale. So, quick shout out. Thanks for following us. The Federation of Beer. You can follow them on Facebook and, of course, their website and everything. Federationofbeer.com.
You know what I find annoying, Kidder?
Do we have time for this?
I mean, we got about 20 minutes. You know, and I talked earlier that I had been going to the little mall. What annoys me is when you go into a bar and you're looking at all the beers they have on tap, and they don't have it on a menu, they don't have it on a list. You're just kind of having to look at the tap handles. And there's some tap handle that you're like, it doesn't have the name on it. It just has like an image or, just some logo, but not anything that tells you like what it is. That's annoying. I want to see what my options are.
You just ask for a sample.
Well, I don't even know what it is. Like, I don't even know if I want to have that. It's like, like for example, at the Little Mo, they have one handle that is just a girl in a bikini, like etched into the wood.
Take 2 of those.
I have no idea what it is. I don't know if I want to drink what that is. There are certain beers I just don't care for, and that's like. And for the large mugs that they serve in, $10 for a mystery beer. No, not going to do that. So that's just a little thing that just bugs me. But I don't go out to bars enough to like know if that's a common problem, but it is there. So otherwise, gosh, I don't have much. The big news that was out in Medora, 2 things.
2!
One, the Medora Foundation, the Theodore Roosevelt Medora Foundation, TRMF, decided to part ways with their production company that they have worked with for like the last 40-some years. And they did this by just going out and hiring somebody else and not even telling the old production company that they were doing this. So that's been the surprise news. And there's been a lot of talk about why this is. And a lot of people are upset that because people have come to know and love the Woolen family who run Stage West. And so the fact that they're no longer involved and didn't know that this was happening or that there was a problem. There's a lot of outrage. You can find a lot of different things on that. So that was big news. Number 1. Damn. Oh, the other big news was DSU, Dickinson State University, is cutting like 7 different majors. Thank you, fact check Howard. Or not Howard, Kidder. It's late.
Where am I?
So that was the other news that everybody was talking about out west. So, yeah, loss of majors and tenured professors being fired. And as one alumni of that school told me, I don't know why anyone's going to want to go here anymore. So,
were they fairly popular majors or
not really? Let's see. They cut mathematics, theater. I want to say math education was another one. They've already cut the music program. Trying to remember what else went, but it's stuff that wasn't real popular. So, but it's one of those like Dickinson University is just slowly like failing. They had a huge scandal. They were bringing in a lot of Chinese students and kind of quickly passing them through to boost their numbers. And that kind of whole like diploma mill scam eventually blew up, and it's kind of tanked their reputation. But it's having a huge effect out in Dickinson because the college has one of its lowest enrollments in a long time. And because of that, all the local businesses are struggling to find anybody to work. In fact, their Taco Bell, this is a great example of just how bad it is. And we want to take a guess at the hours of the Dickinson Taco Bell. I'm
going to guess open. noon to 8 p.m.
I was going to say lunchtime and dinner time. 2 different opening times.
It is 11 to 5.
Wow.
Wow.
That's it. 11-5. So,
Well, the Bismarck Northeast Burger King had to temporarily close because they had too few people to work. So it's temporarily closed, apparently, but that BK has only been open for like 5 years.
yeah.
And the Mandan Hardy's closed.
Oh, did it?
Yes. So you have to come over to Bismarck if you want Hardy's. The only Hardy's left in the area. And then, of course, the Dakota Farms restaurant had been around for like 36 years. That closed.
I wonder if we're not losing some of these because of like the large influx of other places that we've had come and open as of recent. You know, we've had Culver's, Chick-fil-A, a second Five Guys location. We've kind of had all of these places popping up. So
A second Poncheros. Or
we got
third.
a second. We have a third Poncheros.
Because there's Poncheros by North Walmart, there's Poncheros by Best Buy, and I'm pretty sure that it's a Poncheros next to the mall. There's too many Poncheros poncheroing. I don't even like going to one of them.
Oh, so I'm assuming Mexican restaurant?
It's kind of in the same vein as like your Chipotle or your Qdoba.
Oh, what about Freebirds? Is it the comparison to Freebirds?
The tag team?
What?
Yeah, but Kidder beat me to the joke.
Great minds think alike. And yes, it is a third Poncheros next to the mall.
Yeah,
So
I was going to say the 70s tag team, but Kidder beat me to it.
The wrestling tag team, the Freebirds. So, next to the mall, there's Chick-fil-A, a Thrifty White drugstore, Poncheros, Blaze Pizza, and Caribou Coffee, all within a block and a half.
Man, I miss Caribou Coffee.
And then across the street, Starbucks. And
I'll still take Caribou Coffee.
Yeah.
You know, you could always come up north, Farva.
You know, I won't say that hasn't crossed my mind as of late.
I mean, is there really anything tying you to Texas?
Well,
Shiner Beer.
Shiner Beer, my soon-to-be corporate sponsor. How dare you, sir? How dare you trash my soon-to-be corporate sponsor?
Well, listen, they better hurry up and sponsor you. I mean, that would be my thing.
But now, there is a couple of things that do tie me here. One, you remember my little brother, the used car salesman. He lives up in Austin. And then we all, of course, Kidder, Howard, you remember my mom. She lives here. She lives like 20 minutes north of me.
Hey, we got nice condos up here. She could...
Yep.
Maybe even we'll split the difference between Texas and here. Des Moines has a nice developing community.
Yeah, I'll just move back to Nodak. Thank you very much. I'll just come to the...
Ooh, he's dogging on Iowa.
Hey, my family...
I'm not a native, so... Whatever.
What's wrong with Iowa?
I don't give a what.
What's that?
What's wrong with Iowa?
They're a little...
Yeah.
They got something to say!
I don't know. Sometimes they try a little too hard to be the Florida of the Midwest.
Yeah, but you know what? I'll take them over Minnesota any day of the week.
So Rude Boy, are you saying that if an opportunity came along that you would leave Iowa?
I don't know. I don't have family here, so
just curious. So people like really get stuck into the, like, hey, I've moved into this community, I live here now, and just curious.
I mean, it's a decent place to work and live, but I don't know. It sometimes a change of pace is good.
Well, if I move to the north, I'm going to move back to North Dakota. That's where my heart belongs.
I'm stuck here for a while. I mean, on choice and on purpose, but it has crossed my mind many times to throw everything in the back of a semi and haul it on down the Des Moines way.
Yeah, Mark's been down a few times.
Hey, Des Moines was always a good overnight when I was in the airline business.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
hey, they still had a Bennigan's.
Yeah.
Well, we have a Bennigan's here. It's open. Farva's like, what? They exist?
What?
Yeah,
They're
here.
back?
So,
Yeah. So you can come get your insert
Pretzel
menu item here.
Yeah,
Here.
pretzel bun hamburger. Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say, Mark Howard, do you remember the game we played in college about my mom? Like every time we would watch Hops? Or we played apples to apples?
Yeah. Yep.
Do you remember that game?
I'm neither confirming nor denying these nor any other allegation at this time.
That's okay. I was banned from the create your own card.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, there's still the Bennigans on the north side. Up at the Merle Hay Mall.
Carry on, Farva. We didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm good. I'm done with it.
That was it. He just wanted to remind us that he was banned from ever using a create your own card.
That's what it was. I thought it was like a Farva's mom's and something else.
No. No, I love my mom. She's a good lady. Crazy, but a good lady. Well, I told her to her face, "You're crazy, Mom." Yeah, but God, what else is up in Bismarck from when I was last? I mean, is Space Alien still there?
Yep.
That's good.
Although people are freaking out because the latest construction project on State Street has created not only a double left turn lane from Century onto State Street, but the concrete barrier has now been closed on North 14th Street, so you cannot turn from Century left onto North 14th Street. So how are you going to get into Space Aliens? Oh, no! You go a block, and then you're just turn around or go around the block, and you're fine.
I didn't know that had happened.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been gone for like a month and a half. Things change while I'm gone, man. I get off the interstate every time I come home, and it's like I don't know what lane is going to be open, what lane I need to be in.
I don't know how you make it across the bridge because, traffic is practically backed up to Medora.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, it's like me driving down the street to McDonald's from my house. It takes like 2 hours to go a couple blocks. I mean, I can only imagine the traffic from Medora to Bismarck.
I mean, the traffic's not bad, although there are
It's a Mandan.
Yeah, there are people that it's just like, ugh. Like as I was coming in, because I came in today, Kidder. Usually I come in on Fridays.
And boy, are your arms tired.
No, they're not. Well, maybe the one. Anyway, as I was coming in, it starts to merge because the bridge is going to go under construction. But it gets to that spot where you have the double lane outside of Mandan. I broke Kidder.
That's because I'm trying to keep it above board, but it didn't happen. Like, I know what you do in the 2 hours that it takes you to get to Medora and back. That's why your arm's tired.
No, that would be a different reason. Anyway,
He's joysticking it.
I wanted to get into the far lane so that I could basically get off the interstate, head onto expressway because I had to stop at the Heritage Center. So I'm like, I might as well go that way and not have to deal with State Street, not have to deal with the bridge. And people, even though like the speed limit had dropped down to, I think they dropped it down to 40 right there. 30?
40.
40. Okay, all right. People just kept speeding around that like I could never get over. Like every time I'm like, oh, I'll turn on my turn. Vroom. Okay, now I'll turn on. Vroom. So I ended up having to go all the way to State Street in order to get off the interstate. People are nuts. Just otherwise, the rest of the drive was fine.
Smooth sailing.
Besides this 5-minute rant, the drive was great.
Yeah.
Drive was great until the end where you had the yank and bang.
That's what happens when you go through the armpit gateway to the west.
You mean beach?
Oh,
No. Definitely not. But, since there's the opportunity, I might as well say it, is the one thing that Mandan has that Bismarck never will, and that, of course, is a beautiful city across the river. Thank you very much.
You need a better Mandan joke, man. You have been telling that one since we were in high school. That joke is now like over 20 years old.
Yeah, and you know how many people still laugh at it? Almost every person I tell. Especially the ones from Bismarck.
how many people live in Mandan?
At least they can laugh at their own jokes.
Like 30,000.
Yeah.
So, Howard, give us a better Mandan joke. I am calling you out right now.
Except I don't have a problem with Mandan. You have a problem.
I don't have a problem with Mandan either. They're just great to be the butt of a joke because of their proximity and what happens in Mandan. It's kind of like herpes. It doesn't stay in Mandan.
But see, like I don't have this. I don't have this like anti-Mandan view that you do.
The gift that keeps on giving.
I just I don't know. I don't have the same issue you do with Mandan. So
I don't have any issues with Mandan. One of my favorite bars is in Mandan. But I got to tell you, I'm in a lot better mood when I'm across the river and I see it in my mirror.
It's like the river, some DMZ that he crosses over. And it's like,
yeah, I know. It's
God. He must think Mandan's Pyongyang or something.
Yeah.
Crossing over into East Germany, paper, sir.
Every time I'm going westbound on the bridge, it's I'm landing the Huey. Like, no, take it out of the hot zone. Get on the bone, man, to wave the flag, and I get back across the river, and I'm like, whew, safe.
Hey, isn't the oil refinery in Mandan?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, it's just like Pyongyang in North Korea. It's even got the tall flame at the top, okay, on top of a tall structure.
Something's on fire anyway.
Oh.
And with that,
here he comes. Here it comes. He's trying to circle it in. He's waving in the Huey. He's like, land it over here.
I was gonna say,
Rudeboy Kyle, do we have permission to land this show?
Let me go get my ones.
They give you those for the tower?
For the people that don't know what my job does, they assume that I'm the one with the wands on the ramp. So yeah.
Ah,
part of an inside joke.
He works at the airport, so clearly he's throwing baggage.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, well, doesn't Rudeboy Kyle, is he in air traffic?
I am.
Yes. Well, I gotta ask. Ground tower departure approach.
I'm a radar guy. So yeah,
You watch the bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps.
Yeah. But that's my preference. But I still enjoy working in the tower too. So
Yeah, I actually always enjoyed flying into Des Moines. ATC did a solid job. Never gave me a hard time.
Oh, we try not to.
Yeah.
We enjoy talking with you as much as you enjoy talking to us. So
yeah. And except for, apparently some people didn't get my Roger joke from American Dad, because I remember one time someone said, go to Minneapolis Center, 1600. I was like, 16 double bagel. We'll catch you.
Yeah, sometimes the jokes fly over our heads, but
I loved it when they butchered the call sign. I kind of got a chuckle out of it. Masabi, it sounded like a Japanese, spice.
Uh-huh.
Well, clearly, Rude Boy, you can see that my commercial aviation degree has done totally awesome for me down here in Texas.
Yeah.
Really working that degree to its finest there.
It flew him right over to a sponsorship from Spätzle Brewing Company in Cheyenne, Texas. That hasn't paid out yet, and they don't even know they're supposed to sponsor it.
Well,
just wait till they watch this show.
Yeah, wait till they see the show, and then I'll be like, see you at Worst Fest there, Shiner.
The problem is then they'll probably catch some of our other content, and we haven't always rated Shiner beer the best, so.
No. You rated their peach flavored beer pretty good, if I remember correctly.
These guys seem like a brand risk.
Yeah, except we also have an episode called the Triple B of Doom, and it was all 3 Shiner beers, and it nearly killed us. So,
oh wow,
yeah, it's a classic episode. I highly recommend it.
I'll have to go rewatch it because it
was a good one. It it has its moments. It's just probably the fastest I've ever seen Kidder tap to a beer. So it was pretty bad.
Might have been the first one that I didn't drink.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah. So
and on that,
nope. Go ahead, Howard.
I was gonna say, and on that recommendation to watch a classic episode, Kidder. We've been talking for quite a while. It's time we wrap this show up with everybody's least favorite segment, cheap plugs.
All right. Well, short, easy, and sweet. BeerBluesBS.com. That's our website. Please join us there. Subscribe and help us keep the show going. Streamlabs.com/BeerBluesBS. Again, Streamlabs.com/BeerBluesBS. Right here on the bottom of your screen if you're watching the video version on YouTube. Otherwise, it's in the show notes down below this episode. So please click often. Set up the recurring payment, the subscription, $1 a month. It'll help us get closer to our goal. It's like $120 a month, and that's how much we are paying to bring this service to you. So any dollar that you can pull right out of the starving kid's mouth, right, just pull that dollar right back out of the starving child's mouth, give it to the Triple B, help us out, beerbluesbs.com, and streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs. If you have no idea what reference I just made, pretend I didn't say anything and carry on. And subscribe, please. Also, like and share our videos. That would be fantastic. Also, our posts on our Facebook page. And subscribe, like the show, on Facebook. Facebook.com/beerbluesbs. Or follow us on Instagram. The Gram. Instagram.com/beerbluesbs. Or just search for Beer Blues and BS, and bam, we're right there. So help us help you and bring you the free entertainment every single week. Aside from that, we're on every audio platform that's out there. So if you have an audio podcast service of choice, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you, and smash that sub button. But also, if you have an audio service that you like to listen to, like iHeartRadio or Pandora, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, IMDb, Player FM, Amazon Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, YouTube podcasts. Please like and subscribe. You don't even have to listen to the episodes every week. Just smash that sub button if you have an account. We'd love for you to join the Triple B fam in all of the places and help us get to all of the people on the planet. Share the Triple B, because this show carries with you, just so you know. So thank you for being part of it. Aside from that, well, we do have the merch store. We have 2 merch stores. One of them on Streamlabs at streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs/store. The other one at beerbluesbs.com. And then click on merch. It's that easy. You can visit the stores, buy a pint glass or t-shirt, and help us. Even the free Medor shirt. Help benefit Medor and his medical costs through the rest of his pup life. So we would love for you to be part of that. And free Medor as we continue onward and upward. Other than that, you can buy us a beer, buy us a round. We'd love for you to do that too. And that is all at beerbluesbs.com. And you know what, Howard? The best thing about it is no tax. We're not taxing it because it's a gift. You are helping us continue the show. It's a gift. So thank you for your gift and subscription for free. So before we get on out of here, just want to open it up now for a round of final thoughts. Howard, final thought for the night.
Man, I know you're going to do this every week, and I never really think about what I should say. Needless to say, I'm very glad that my time in Medora is quickly coming to an end, and only a few more weeks of being out there. So that'll be good. Get back to just doing one job and trying to do that as best I can. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to being home with my kids a bit more and maybe getting actually to catch up with other pop culture things and such. So yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, thank you guys for the invite. And yeah, it was good to be part of another episode, and I'll find another good brew for the next one.
And of course, last but definitely not least, big old Farva sans mustache.
Well, once again, thank you all for your support on the Medor movement, and glad that's come down, and can't wait to get the boy home. And always a fun time coming here, hanging out with some good friends, talking, chatting, laughing, and embarrassing each other. It's just like the old days, and I enjoy it.
Well, really appreciate you guys being able to take the time and join us. And of course, once Medor comes home, as soon as we can feasibly get you back on the show with the work schedule and Medor schedule and all of that, we would absolutely welcome you back right away, because we want to see Medor's smiling and sleepy face.
Don't you worry, guys. We'll do so.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And of course, we want to see Sterling's smiling face too.
Oh yeah, we'll bring him back on the next episode.
Because it's always good to get him all fired up, get him running circles. So anyway, since we are out of time and unable to have Farva give mustachers rides, we need to get the hell on out of here. What? You don't have a mustache. You can't give mustache rides.
I know.
So we gotta go. We're getting out of here. Maybe next time. Farva's furry face may return. Will it happen? Will it not happen? Join us on the next episode of Beer Blues and BS, or one after that, or the one after that, to potentially find out and see. So until then, keep your glass at least half full. There's free beer tomorrow, and we will catch you on down that furry Tuscan highway. Have a good one, and see you on the next episode of Beer, Blues, and BS.
You have been listening to a UA production of Beer, Blues, and BS.
If you enjoyed the show, help others find out about it by rating the show or leaving a review at your podcast listening service of choice. Thanks for listening, and may your glass never be empty. UA Productions presents A Glimpse Behind the Curtain.
I see you've changed out your headphones, good sir. It's no longer the wired earbuds that were holding you back, tethering you to the machine.
Yeah. Can't chain me down anymore.
Just give me a minute before we get started. I'm waiting for my dumb dogs to do their business outside so I can hopefully not be bothered.
Ain't nobody gonna keep me down.
Yep. Well, funny we should talk. We're going to see how bad that's going to go. I remember the last time I was on the show, I drank a Lone Star Light, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And someone said, it's not like you have a banquet beer. Oh, yeah.
Checking.
Thank you.
Hell, that works. Gross.
That's good. All right.
Okay. Maybe I should start screen sharing. Rudeboy is out in the farm right now.
Nice.
You just spam his chat with, hey. Farm pun,
I was waiting for Farva to turn his camera sideways, shine it up real nice.
Oh, you want me to turn it sideways?
It'll look better. Ah!
How's this? Or are we making jokes? We already starting with the jokes today?
No, I mean, the other angle was good because it was higher, but now we got all of you.
Wow, is that a fat joke? We're not even starting this stuff and we're already doing a fat joke? Wow.
Like a traffic control joke. Wide load. I
wish you many alarm calls on your next night shift, sir.